Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our 2022 Summer Band students to the field, representing Hain and Evans City Middle Schools. They are under the direction of Mrs. Kelly Revere and Mrs. Tracy Glass. And now, would you please stand for the playing of our national anthem, followed by the Seneca Valley Alma Mater.
Ladies and gentlemen, testing. All right, that's better. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 Seneca Valley Marching Band Pie Fest. My name's Todd McHenry, and I'm the president of the Seneca Valley Band Boosters this year, and it's such a great night, perfect weather for this event. It's the start of something new. It's this signals that there's a new school year coming around the bend next week, a new football season with a new football team, and of course a new marching band and a new halftime show, which we're about to see. So it's a great time. I always look forward to this event, and I'd like to thank Heather Lewis and the athletic department. They not only oversee all of our athletics, but they also oversee all the booster organizations. So I'd like to thank her for that. And of course, for an event like this, we have a lot of planning and coordination to do. And I'd like to thank Shannon Mashmeyer and her whole committee of volunteers for planning and organizing this great event tonight. So with that said, I'd like to turn it over now to our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Marie Polano.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Seneca Valley Marching Band's annual Pie Festival. So for those of you that are new to our community, welcome to Seneca Valley. This is always such an exciting event to kick off the band's performance season. So we're really looking forward to seeing the rest of the show this evening. In addition, I too would like to express my gratitude publicly to all of the coaches and all of the directors that are here with us this evening. Thank you so very much for sharing your time and your talents with our students here at Seneca Valley. I'd also like to thank our students who, even on the most difficult days, continue to show up and work hard. We know that these performances are really fun, but we also know how much work they require. And your hard work does not go unnoticed. I am so very proud of each and every one of you. I'm also proud to be part of a school community that values not only academics, but opportunities for our students to explore their interests and their talents beyond the walls of the classroom. And today, I also want to thank all of our families and loved ones and all of the volunteers that helped to make today possible. Because we know without a doubt, it certainly takes a village to create an event as wonderful and as spectacular as what you will see this evening. So truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone for being such a special and important part of our school community. Enjoy the show.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Barden Armstrong, and I'm one of the 4 marching band directors. And it's such a honor to see all of you in the stands tonight. Coming down these steps, and I know a lot of you like to watch us come down the steps. It's part of our tradition. And to get down here and turn around and see a crowd like this on a beautiful night, just welcome and thank you for attending. And we would be remiss if we did not thank the person responsible for the weather. Mrs. Snyder, thank you for the beautiful weather tonight. Like we always tell you, Mrs. Snyder, you can take credit now, but just remember, you'll have to take credit if it's not always beautiful. Because if you're in charge of the weather, you're in charge of the weather. How about another round of applause for our summer band students? There's over 90 summer band students here tonight. The Seneca Valley Band program is alive and well and moving forward despite all of the challenges that we've had. And we might have a few more rough spots along the way, but we work as a team. But I have to be very honest with you. Even though we work as a team, let's cut to the chase. Mrs. Levere and Mrs. Glass, pretty awesome teachers, right? And they feed this system. Thank you, Mrs. Glass. Thank you, Mrs. Levere. The other thing I like to do usually at the Pie Festival is recognize the fact that we're a band family. And these students get a lot out of the program beyond, just the performance and the music and the routines and everything else. Could I ask you as an audience, if you were a former member of the Seneca Valley Marching Band at any time, it could be a long time ago, it could have been last year, would you please stand and be recognized? Stay standing for a moment. Stay standing for a moment. Isn't that awesome? To you I say, welcome back. A little more importantly, I say welcome home. And for those parents in the stand that might be parents of those young students that we were just celebrating, I challenge you to ask any of the people standing up what their experience was like in the marching band. They are our ambassadors. They will tell you what it was like. They'll tell you it might be hard, but they'll also tell you why they all came back to check it out again. Another round of applause for our former members. We would love to see a lot of these young students. Oh, let's be honest, I'd love to see all those young students join the marching band in the future. We'd love to have you. The last thing I'd like to talk about before we do our senior presentation and announcement is maybe just a few words to ponder and think about. I think we all watch, whether we admit it or not. I think kind of the new thing is to say that we don't watch the news, but everybody still does, right? I try not to watch the news, but you ever notice those people that say that? I'm one of them. Still seems to know a lot about the news, whatever. We watch the news and we see a lot of crazy things happening, and kind of the cliche is, well, what you see on the field, this is what's right with our students. We've heard that before. But wouldn't it have been cool to see a news story last week about the successes of these students as they got to this point? Wouldn't it have been cool to see on your evening news, instead of some of the other stuff that wears us out, to really see what goes on here on a daily basis? Because these students really are what it's about. And they do work really hard. And they do it in the face of adversity. And they do it even though the world seems weird sometimes. I can tell you that these kids are awesome kids. They're not perfect, but neither are we. But we come together and we work hard, and I can speak for the entire staff that we've thoroughly enjoyed spending time with them every day, even though we're all pretty tired of band camp. But it was just a pleasure, an honor, a joy, a blessing to be with all these students over the past 10 to 12 days. So without further ado, I was saying to the seniors as they were coming down, I was whispering to them as they were coming down the steps, the ones that were on the edge where I was standing, I kept saying, "You're a senior." And they're looking at me like, no, I'm not. Like, you are. This is it. This is what you've been waiting for. You are a senior. So for the first time, I think for most of these students, it'll be the first time that they are recognized as seniors. So let's have an announcing ceremony here, so to speak, to recognize all of our senior instrumentalists. And I'm going to try to move pretty quick, and it's okay if you want to clap for a few of them, but I would ask that we do a really great round of applause when we get through all of our instrumentalists, and then we'll do all of our auxiliary members. Okay, so I'm going to go in alphabetical order, so you'll just have to kind of scan the line here and see where they are. All right, brass captain, trombone, Leanne Abel. Woodwind captain, alto saxophone, James Beck. Alto saxophone, Ben Blucher. Trumpet, Andrew Bogdan. Percussion, Taylor Bowers. Alto saxophone, Nicole Brown. Marching and maneuvering captain, trumpet, Madison Cardinal. Trumpet, Eric Cohn. Trumpet, Keegan Cipher. Flute, Marissa DeRosa. Piccolo, Sidney Drzinski. Clarinet, Lahayla Fisher. Clarinet, Tanea Fitzgerald. Percussion captain, Andrew Goliath. Piccolo, Ava Gumkoto. Percussion, Alex Hennon. Drum major, Elizabeth Hickson. Band captain, Lita Hickson. Percussion, Grace Wong. Alto saxophone, Kenneth Keratosis. I think it's Keratosis. I think I just got the wrong O and the wrong A. Am I right, Kenneth? Did I got it wrong the first time, didn't I? You can tell me, it's okay. Kenneth Keratosis. Is that right? All right, I got it, okay. Percussion, Aaron Kramer. Percussion captain, Allison Larimer. Band captain, trumpet, Colton Marley. Drum major, Haley McKinney. Marching and maneuvering captain, alto saxophone, Bailey Milanovich. Marching and maneuvering captain, clarinet, Maggie Monahan. Flute, Reagan Porter. Alto saxophone, Kayla Rabinovitz. Clarinet, Jocelyn Ripas. Tenor saxophone, Alina Richard. Percussion, Joya Stebbins. Trumpet, Ava Stewart. Alto saxophone, Molly Sullivan. Percussion, Alex Sylvester. Trombone, Roy Tilton. Alto saxophone, Dorothy Vogel. Trumpet, Raymond Walter. And trumpet, Andy Weisgerber. Ladies and gentlemen, our senior instrumentalist.
I'm Mr. Babick, and it is my pleasure to announce our senior auxiliary members. We begin with our color guard seniors. Allison Alexander. Abby Garrity. Julia Giacomi. Captain Alexis Helsel. Gracie Konokal. Captain Caitlin Mankovich. Natalie Marks. Haley Moran. Alexis Neal. Gabriella Norman. Captain Alexa Rigger. Chloe Rossi. Lydia Wright. Our senior color guard members. Now moving on to our senior pom-poms. Amber Bruck. Captain Ava Campagna. Aaron Castanero. Captain Kate Glover. Anya Mashmeyer. Annabelle Neuschwander. Sabrina Paulus. Diva Sledge. Our senior pom-poms. And one more hand for all of the marching band seniors, class of 2023. And I'm going to go ahead and return the microphone back to our booster president, Mr. McHenry.
Thank you, Mr. Paddock. So now we're going to draw the 50-50. The winner will receive $779. Okay, so the winning ticket, the winner can meet Kim Trost here, right by the press box, and on the blue ticket, which they're all blue, but it's 987038. 987038. Do we have a... Oh, okay, great. Congrats.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the 2022 award-winning Seneca Valley Raider Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Barton Armstrong, Robert Babbitt, Sarah Snyder, and Brian Croce. Drum majors are Haley McKinney and Elizabeth Hickson. This year's show is entitled Songs That Will Make You Move and include the Dixieland classic Little Liza Jane, Bruno Mars' smash hits 24 Karat Magic and Runaway Baby, Maroon 5 hit Moves Like Jagger, and we'll conclude with the famous jazz pop tune Birdland, We Dare You to Sit Still. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the 2022 Roaring Raider Band.
This year's band captains are Colton Marley and Lita Hickson. Pom-pom captains, Ava Campagna, Kate Glover, and Izzy Policilla. Color guard captains, Alexis Helsel, Caitlin Mankiewicz, and Alexa Rigger. The band thanks you for your kind applause. Have a good evening.